You might be a very senior leader. After more than 30 years in the business, something goes wrong, at work. Somebody's not happy, or there is a problem with a client, and you have two choices. Either you react, which was what I was doing before meditating, or thanks to the meditation, you recognize this emotion coming up to you, and instead of reacting, you respond. That's very key, because in very tense situation, it can be with a colleague, with an employee, with a client, with a partner. It's really extremely useful to see this emotion coming, be mindful about it.
I was going into a meeting. It was going to be a very tough meeting. It's just going to be almost like a us versus them discussion. So I was a little bit worried, like how would I handle it? I just remembered something which Lawrence had told she had her own experience where she was going into a meeting. She took 2 minutes away, did a very quick meditation, thought about the next person as one, and the meeting went off well. I said, let me try it. And I tried it, and it went off wonderfully well.
Challenges are always there. It is not that it has fully disappeared. But when you approach to the challenge, you do a lot more with clarity for what this issue is happening. So I've started thinking not to concentrate on the results, instead focus on the root cause of the problem. So I started concentrating more on the cause of that issue. So more than 70-80% of the problems it is at the root cause. And also after doing meditation, see what I was, even if such challenges come, so something you are not able to predict, with greater mind can do it. So I leave it to the greater mind, or the source. So I think it is having a bigger plans. Now this issue is there. I think it will get sorted out by its own. So that kind of a clarity is coming.
In last 40 days, my business has gone up by 30%, because I can have my intuition develop to an extent where I know, or if there is a problem coming up, much before time, we are able to fix it, and we are bringing in a change. I changed my complete business model in last 45 days actually. We have actually taken all the active measures to buy our stocks much before time. And this is nothing else but meditation. This God-gifted help that came into me from Dr. Chandra is just because I asked for help somewhere.
Happy morning and happy evening, friends and masters. Welcome to day 37 of the Middle Path program. A warm welcome to you all. I know yesterday was a very thought-provoking session and a very interesting one about purpose of life. So yet another interesting, insightful session from Chandra sir. Yes, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jay. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. We'll go into meditation today directly. We have a beautiful youth panel of youngsters wanting to share. And of course, we'll also have listen from Suman Kannagarwalji after meditation. Purpose of life has to be contemplated. If you take time to contemplate, what is my unique talent? You sure will arrive at something just by based on where I've been very successful, where I felt really happy about. The only thing that's left is to give it, giving and giving. The law of vibration is that when we give, what we feel is what we bring more. What we feel is what we bring more. If I'm joyful and if I feel abundant of giving, then I attract a lot more abundance. If I give with a feeling inside that, oh, I have this obligation to give, then you're attracting the scarcity. Because you feel I'm getting less and less resources, but anyway I committed to give, so let me give. That's having scarcity thinking. So then we attract that kind of stuff into our life. Two things have to be carefully understood. What is it that I give when I'm very, very deeply happy? And then with what nature I'm giving? With what nature I'm giving comes from more and more meditation. And those businessmen have said that meditation only enabled us to attract more because you change your vibration from inside, because you start feeling happy from inside. And you start feeling happy from inside, you stop seeking too much from outside, and so then you start feeling full. And so you exhibit that, you attract more of it. And so then, and they say meditation helps me to gain more because I'm already feeling full. It becomes easy to understand that if I take care of, I give with an abundant heart, then I must attract. It's law of attraction. The switch has to happen somewhere. Feel, to have money, what do we say? We say, once I have money, I'll feel wealthy. Normally, if I have money, then I will do it, I'll do that, I'll do this. If I have money, then I feel wealthy, and so I can do many things. But to feel wealthy, we know we don't have to have money to feel wealthy. Feeling is here. We create it. We think about it. We dream about it. And when we meditate, when we are gaining that internal happiness, so then we have the right environment from which we can feel whatever that we want to be doing. It's difficult otherwise. When we're not happy inside, it's difficult to feel something different. With meditation, we can be happy there. And so then we can change our feeling to whatever that we want to be. And so to feel wealthy, we don't need riches. First, we need to feel wealthy. When we have that, then automatically riches come. Wealthy, feeling wealthy means you are abundantly receiving, abundantly having it, abundantly utilizing it for the right thing. And you are imagining all of these. Then, of course, things have to come into your life. And so receiving, and naturally will have giving in there. So this part needs to be understood, dear friends, that what is it that I gain happiness every time I did something in my life, whatever that is, that becomes your unique talent, your unique gift. To identify that, it need not be money. It can be simply counseling somebody. It can be simply counseling somebody. You may have a lot of money, you give money, you don't get happiness. Therefore, use. But then when you counsel somebody with the innate knowledge that you have, then you feel deep satisfaction. That's what we identify and say, how can I give more of it? How can I do more of it? That's what I'm doing. A deep joy is there until I discovered it. A deep joy now is there in sharing, synthesizing information from different sources, being able to understand how is it flowing into the quantum physics. For example, law of cause and effect. How does it flow into quantum physics? How can I explain it? Law of reincarnation is there. When somebody dies, where does it go? When somebody dies, where do we go? If physics says that everything is energy and matter, the matter disappears, it's got to go back to energy then. It's got to go somewhere. It's got to become energy back again. Energy then neither can be destroyed or nor extended. So that means it is there. We just have to recognize it and say, can we put a law around it? And say there's a law of reincarnation. My joy is in identifying and then trying to make connections. And then if there is, it makes sense, then present it. And I feel joyful about it in a way that people can understand. I figured that that's where my strength is. And so I'm sharing here. People ask me, how can you go on morning, afternoon, evening like that? That's my joy. That's where I derive more and more energy. I used to do that when I used to do coding. Coding, computer coding. Some of you may know, may not know. I used to derive immense pleasure out of it, just doing, because the very act of you trying to practically do anything through software, that gave me so much empowering flexibility. You can practically do anything with software. There's no limitation. It's equal to energy concept. Knowledge sharing, there's no limitation. Music sharing, no limitation. Drawing, art, and sharing, no limitation, because there are infinite forms that there any amount that go on doing. The purpose essentially is tied to giving what we have, dear friends. And we give whatever that we have in the concept of service, which we'll understand if we have time in this program. Today I was supposed to do some lecture around that, but it's okay. Let's go into a meditation. We'll probably do it in a Saturday masterclass if we don't get on Thursday sometime. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. Relax your body, dear friends. With your eyes closed, so we're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind, observing our normal natural breath. Good. We sit down. Can you have the other slide, please? The breath mindfulness meditation. Yes. We sit down as you see in the picture on the floor, on the chair. Crossed at ankles, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in our lap, observing a normal natural breath. When I observe the breath slowly, mind becomes empty. And we want to be in that empty state of mind for as long as we can. In case any thoughts are there, bring your attention back to the breath, start all over again. Thoughts are natural. So when we find the thoughts coming in again and again, we go back to the breath again and again. There's nothing to judge about, nothing to feel that my meditation is not good or bad. That's common, that's natural. All we have to do is, without judgment, go back to observing our breath when thoughts come. And then again go into the process of emptying ourselves. This is called breath mindfulness meditation, spending maximum time. Before this, we do a few minutes of practice of heart elevation process. Just follow my guidance for that, dear friends. Relax yourself. Keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart and feel your heart center, your loving heart. Connect with it. Observe the beat, the rhythm of your heart center, the seat of all emotions. Feel your beautiful heart, this seat of all emotions, which is expanding, which is nurturing all life with its energies of love, joy, compassion. And recollect an experience from your life from your past, present, of love, of joy, of gratitude, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, of joy, and feel that energy. The more you experience these energies of love, the more we connect with all things and everybody, the more coherent we become with everything. With a greater intention to heal the planet, to heal yourself, and radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth. Whatever you think, you create. And slowly let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. When we empty our mind of all thought, we experience that greater emptiness, that quantum field of energy, that consciousness. Become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. That infinite field of possibilities and opportunities, that intelligence. through this energy, the more you tune in to your greater intelligence, the more you are with your consciousness. Friends, it's time to express gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Can you express gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors? Your gratitude to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, partners, everybody. Give thanks to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. Your gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the places you visit, the institutes, the companies, the systems that support you. The gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe, that quantum field, for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Meditation is for everyone. We say it all the time. And when we start early, just opens up so many possibilities when we start early in our life. When I learned this, at 32, it became a strong practice for me. Then I was literally thinking, why did I not learn this simple practice much before? So we have some youngsters here who were taken on this very, very earlier in their life. And they're doing some amazing job and amazing confidence they gain and they do things. So let's listen to them today in this youth panel first. And then in the second half of it, then we have Dr. Suman Khanna Agarwal. She's doing an amazing work in bringing out the values and the solution that Mahatma Gandhi thought about then as a means for establishing a world, a peaceful world, a cooperative world. So we'll release a book of her and also listen to her experiences. We are very, very fortunate that we are in association with her. Yes. Jai Shri Madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, we welcome our youth panel members here. So happy to see you all today. And we have Bhavya here, and she's doing her MBBS internship in China. And we have Vidyashri from Vizag, and she's a graduate in media and mass communication and currently working as an intern at the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. And I would request Subhashri also to please switch on your video. And she's a Bachelor of Commerce, Cost and Management Accounting. And all three are, let's listen to their experience, meditation journey. So hearty welcome to you all. Thank you.
Yes, let's start with Bhavishri still not have the video on. Please call her.
Subhashri, yes, sir.
Subhashri. Let's start with Vidya.
Right. Namaste everyone. Good morning and good evening, based on where you are. My name is Vidyashri. Thank you so much, Jai Shri ma'am and Chandra sir, for allowing me to speak, giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my journey. I started meditating. I have been meditating all my life. I've been in that environment that facilitates meditation. My family got into it quite early, and but the thing that happens every time there, if your parents and everybody you know is always constantly telling you meditate, 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 you tend to ignore it or you don't see the value behind it, and that has been the case for me. But last year, around I did a retreat in Pyramid Valley, 5 days of intense meditation, and that has been very, very helpful. I've seen that was the time I could say that I started seriously meditating and considering meditation. And once I started doing it, it was a time when I needed it the most. And the shift that I saw in myself was very quick and very, very massive. So within days, I could reverse my sleep problems that I had. I couldn't sleep. Like it could take hours, and I still couldn't get a good night's sleep. Every morning, I'd wake up tired, and that just within days, I could shift that. And a lot of change has been quite internal, and so that restlessness that I used to have about many things, that has quickly changed, because where I used to have like 1,000 thoughts every day, I saw the difference in that. I was much more peaceful. And we do this thing. I think people in my age group, I'm currently 25 years old. So you make one decision and you worry about all the other decisions, what I call the ghost decisions that you didn't make, and you think, would that have been a better way? Would this have been a better way? So that lack of clarity about what you want to do or what you want to do in your future, that was not there. So that worrying about the like, intense worrying about what you didn't do or what you could have done, that has also changed. I think what I would say happened to me with meditation is that uh, you stop worrying about perceiving and how you're being perceived as, or what your decisions are being perceived as. And I've moved into a state of experiencing things rather than the perception of it. So I've become more used to being in the moment. And once you're in this moment right now, you stop worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, or did I make the right decision? All of that drops. For me, it has dropped down. And I think that that simple thing that I've seen in myself, that little change, it has simplified my days so much more, and it's been very joyful since. I think if you have a good thing or something good is going on, people usually have this tendency to think, oh, am I going to lose this? This is good feeling, it's nice, but it's going to stay only for a while, and slowly or other ways, you fall back into those same patterns and you drop out of it. And so that's the kind of thinking that I used to have. But once I started meditation, I realized that this happiness or this joy that you get, it becomes internal. You are not depending on anybody else or any one particular person or a situation. You don't think that you need to have all these things to be happy and a productive person. So this happiness becomes internal, and you also realize that you have this massive potential inside you, that you contain this massive potential, and it's very intrinsic. It's always been there. Maybe it's been quite dormant, but it's always been there. And you suddenly, I've realized that, oh, I can really do anything I want. That's it. uh, where I used to think about, do I need this thing, can I get this thing, do I have the capability for this, I, I I used to think that I have all these fears that I couldn't overcome, or these experiences that are like some things in life that are, yeah, I'm being controlled. So this kind of thinking that used to be inside, I think I've moved away from all of that, and you realize that I can do what I want, and I have this potential inside me to do whatever I want, and I can just go do it. All the fears and all the doubts become irrelevant. They just become irrelevant. You want something, you just go ahead and you do it. So it's been very joyful. And I've also lately realized that working to spread the message of meditation, be it just talking to someone about my experience, or uh, working at the foundation, or just making meditation a habit and spreading this message, that has also given me so much joy. Where at this age, you can be quite confused, what to do, what my career is, how do I take it forward. And so that moment, doing service, uh, I think it's taken me closer to my community clearly, and it's developed a lot of wonderful qualities inside me that I, more than anybody else, I appreciate a lot myself. So that has been my journey, and I would really, with what I've observed lately is that in my people in my age group, there's a chase for meaning. There's a chase to make sense of everything that's happening in the world currently. And personally, meditation has been like, immensely beneficial for me. It's changed the way it changes the perception of how you see perception of the world, how you see whatever is unfolding right in front of you. So I've started telling most of my friends, like, go start meditation, do it, it's going to help you. Just sit down, do it, and then you will see, you'll witness it yourself, right? So I would encourage all the young people, like all people, not just young people, to make this a habit and do it for yourself. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya. A lot of profoundness coming out. Okay, that's the base. If you have that understanding that I am the greatest and I can do anything, then I don't need to be bothered by the perceptions of everybody else around. Then we can create many things from there because we're coherent. Then we are coherent. Thank you. Can we move to the next one? Bhavya.
Hello everyone and good morning. I am Bhavya Koneru from Vijayawada, now who is currently studying in China, means I am doing internship in China. I actually started doing meditation around 18 months, like 1.5 years to 2 years. But in the beginning, I was like just used to sit for 5 minutes, and it made it felt so difficult for me to do meditation and all. But later, when I started reading meditation, when I started reading books, then the first book I read, still I remembered, it is Surrender Experiment. From then, I started including meditation as a part of me, because books created a lot of impact on me, but I was unable to exactly include those all things which had created a thoughts in me. So I just wanted to follow those. Then meditation became part of me. When I started doing meditation, then I'm actually facing a problem. Like actually, due to COVID, all the students got impacted a lot, like a negative impact. It's there on us also, who were studying in China, but we stayed in India due to a lot of reasons. Then all the colleges were calling back and our college is not calling. Then of course, then as a doctor, everyone wanted to learn a practical classes, but we were not having anything. But I just, then I'm having like depression. I used to cry a lot, like talk less with everyone. And if someone will come and talk with me, I will shout. Means a lot of problems I faced. Then my brother-in-law just started saying me every time, do meditation, try this, try this. Then first I started doing meditation by the Chandra Sir session of manifestation. Then I thought like, okay, now I will not think of anything much, just accept everything, whatever happens, it's happening for a reason. And I just started accepting what it's. Then I came to China. In beginning, everything is very good. Like I got a scholarship of around 85,000, which helped me for paying the fee. And the many of my friends having a jealousy or some kind of thing, then I stopped seeing from their view. Just I started seeing in my opinion, like whatever they think about me, I just will ignore and I will be myself. Then I started focusing on me, my career and everything. And even I never stopped doing meditation. At least like 25 to 30 minutes I will do daily. Then in my mind there is a thought like, why I used to face a lot of problems. Like in my childhood it is very good. I never had any problem. I used to study good and everything is very happy. Like I doesn't had any thought like this materialistic world and anything. In my 11th class, first time I got means I used to interact with more friends and many people and like more than needed. Then I was like, okay, it's like, then when we had an interaction more than needed with anyone, then obviously we will include the negative, we will take from them negative thoughts also. Then it was like very difficult for me, like I had decreased my studies. The student who got a percentage of 97 in 10th and intermediate but came to China. Then I felt like, why this all happening to me? Who is the reason behind that? Like, I used to think because of my friends, I became like this, like God had not helped me in anything. These all I used to think. Then I was like, at one point I used to feel like God had done a lot of prayers for you, but what you had done for me. Then I read a book called The Subconscious Mind. Then in that I realized that like nobody can create anything for you. Like you yourself have to create a world for you. Then I understood then I thought in back why this all happened to me. By knowing or unknowingly, we used to think like a thought in our mind, like yes, I thought like why I don't know what is the reason behind the COVID and all, but I can say when I came to first time in China, like I faced a lot of problems because of food or something else. My parents and my sister used to send money to me, but I was unable to ask them back, like it's not sufficient for me, those all. Then I used to think, yeah, if I'll be in India, it will be very good for me. Why I came to here, why I'm facing these all problems. Because the thought came in me, my subconscious mind, I used to repeat that many times. The universe gave it to me. Either it is positive or negative, our subconscious mind don't know anything. Even Chandra sir used to say like the thing which we will repeat and which we will make our thoughts many times, the subconscious mind doesn't know what is the future thing will happen and what's present. What we will give many times the thought that will become our reality. So all the things which happened to me, nobody had done it to me. I realized this. Everything happens for a reason, and everything what happened to me was because of me, either the positive or negative. So I stopped blaming everyone for this. And from this thought, I started feeling like now I have to create positive thoughts so I can change my life. Nobody can change anyone's life. From then, anger had got decreased, because when we will think like, because they were the reason behind this, these people who had done this, we'll be having hatredness according to them. Nobody will get lost because of our hatred which created inside of us. It will create only loss to us, and will make us lose the peace. So I understood like these all are like a shit. So just forget everything, focus on only on yourself and create the only thoughts. From then I understood like I'm just trying myself to create only positive thoughts, and trying to make my life more beautiful than before. Now if someone will come and ask me what changes you got because of meditation, then I can say I came to know nobody is the reason. Nobody is reason because of my things which had gone wrong. I will say one thing, based on everyone will think nothing is happening good to me, like God is making all bad to me, and like we'll say like this why this only happens to me, like everyone is happy, we were not happy, like this. I don't know, many times felt this. I don't know about everyone, but I felt this many times. So now I realized that when I'm happy, nobody can make me unhappy. When I am creating all the thoughts positive, then those only will happen to me. Meditation is surely needed, because the thoughts which we will think, meditation will help us in doing visualization, manifestation, and everything in right. I will wish everyone, before I used to think like many people had helped me in my studies, like providing scholarships or something. I used to think like education is very important, so I wanted to give it back when I got settled. But now I will say like I will become the part of Buddha CEO and do meditate, means help others to learn meditation, because when we learn the meditation, they will create their own life, they will create their own thoughts, universe will give them everything what they needed. So I just want help in this way. Now in our college again there is a problem, like our university is asking an extra fee, so again we were facing problem. Now Buddha CEO again helped me in creating a program for us. like from 3 days it got started. Like many of our friends had joined. Before I used to say like nobody used to join, like I just do 5 minutes also. They will be like, no, we will not do. Now they were waiting like when this class will be conducted, when they will teach the classes for us. Like first day it was like only 4 people got joined, then next day 5 people, and yesterday it's like 15 people. Like it's got increasing, and like every one of them were doing only first time. But I want everyone to include not only meditation in this in their life, but also in treating the patients by using the placebo effects and all. Thank you so much for Buddha CEO for giving me this opportunity to talk. And not only this, because if Buddha CEO not there and my brother-in-law not there, I never had done meditation. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Who is your brother-in-law, by the way?
Pradeep.
Okay. We are grateful to Naga Pradeep. So much we had. Key takeaways, I think, if you are happy, nobody can take your happiness, and then you can create your life through your own thought. So beautifully said, Bhavya. That's wonderful. Due to shortage of time, not able to talk more about you guys are just doing a fabulous job. Let's give it to Subhash.
Audible?
Yes.
You are audible. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening, everyone. I hope you had a good session today, good meditation session. I am Subhash, and I am from Hosur, Tamil Nadu, and I'm pursuing my CMA, and I'm a BCom graduate. I have started meditation at a very young age during my schooling. And I'm from a school which taught me meditation, pranayama and meditation. And meditation, particularly, it is transcendental meditation. And our guru is Sri Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And I'm proud to say it here. And it was the first time I attended the 21-day Shine Buddha CEO program. And I'm really happy that I attended that program. And it was the first group program that I started. After doing it, I saw a lot of changes from my side, being my sleep cycle, my confidence to speak up. Actually, I have that stage fear to speak up to people. So that I've improved. I've spoke 2-3 times in that program, 21-day program. And Pradeep sir, I remember he encouraged me to speak up and to initiate many through this program. And I appreciate the efforts Buddha CEO takes to involve those young minds, young people into meditation. I practice meditation whenever I feel low, whenever I doubt myself. And I got chance to know about the breath mindfulness meditation through this program, through this 21-day Shine program. And I really appreciate doing Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. It is a simplest form of meditation, I believe. Everyone who would like to start their way, who is new to meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati meditation is one who can practice it with few minutes, with 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm unable to do it for long period now, recently. but I'm trying to do it for longer periods. Not only enhanced my experience with meditation, but to be myself, to be myself, and also I would like to share my experience about a book called, I'm recently reading a book called Unfettered by Tanuja Sodhi. It is a book that I recommend every woman to read, especially. In that, I knew about many kinds of meditation. There are many forms of meditation, many kinds of meditation, like breath mindfulness, Ana-Pana-Sati, transcendental meditation, so on. So even I'm practicing recently. I'm practicing Ho'oponopono way of mantra. It is a traditional Hawaiian mantra to reflect on oneself. There are 4 strong phases in it. I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you, and I love you. These are 4 phrases you can practice. It is my recent routine now, Ho'oponopono mantra. Then I'm really thankful for Buddha CEO team, the entire team, and I remember few people. Chandra sir first. I thank you, sir. You have spoke once to me in one of the programs, and Pradeep sir, and Vidya, and I hope Vignesh. Vignesh was my team. I was in his team actually, and few more people. Thank you so much for including me and hearing to my experiences. And I would like to end my my experience this way. Aspiring leaders never doubt that they are a master. So everybody is a master. I hope Buddha CEO is making many masters, would make many masters. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome, Subhash, for experimenting.
Yes.
Experimenting many techniques. We must experiment before we come to a conclusion that this is the right for me. Where is Bhavya? Bhavya is not there. Okay, please add Bhavya to the panel. And so, but remember, you're never sorry for anything. I'm sorry is wrong of that Ho'oponopono technique. Okay, we are never sorry. We are consciousness. How can you be sorry for something? You're a master. How can you be sorry for something? That's wrong understanding of that master's technique. All right. But everything else is good there. I'm grateful and I forgive people. All that is wonderful. Right. And so, but thank you, folks, for doing this wonderful sharing of yours. These sharings are different from what we've seen in the past. They are more profound. I guess some of you are practicing for long, so then you will bring that profoundness in you, like anybody else, saying that we are the creator of our own life, not somebody else. Okay. Thank you, Vidya. I want to come bring you back someday and then share your own GCML, this global conference that we did. This youngster did so much work. She lifted so much work in the background. She and Lalita, an amazing job they did, because of which we looked good with the guests when they're coming in, because they were tracking all of them. And one was communicating to all of them beautifully. And she's talking about a lot of things improves. One of that is our ability to communicate and write. Wonderful. So see you all once again, another panel. And thank you for taking time to join us here. All right. So thank you. So friends, don't go away. I really wanted to do this particular important aspect of our session today. Patriji used to talk about Mahatma Gandhiji a lot of times. Mahatma Gandhiji, Maha Atma, Maha-Atma is a realized soul there. We use Atma and then Maha-Atma. That means that somebody is there transcended a lot. And so he's one of the most highly spiritual persons. And he operated from there, everything. And so here is somebody, and here is a master, Sumankana Agarwalji, that she is trying to bring those values. And then her whole lifetime, she's been spending writing about and then trying to bring these values of Mahatma Gandhi of non-violence, conflict-free resolutions, and spiritual understanding so that we can actually then approach things differently than the material sense. A lot of that is there that she's bringing out while she's pursuing a purpose of doing a lot of service. And so we're grateful to have Master Sumankana Agarwalji here. And the last time she talked about a book and wanted me to give some, for one of her books, wanted me to give a message. I was very, very happy that I was able to do that. And today we are here releasing her book. And there's a great connection. This book is, we'll listen through our words, first our experience, and listen to our words after we release the book. Yes, can we have an introduction of Sumanji?
Yes. Yes. Welcome, ma'am. Sumankana Agarwalji, a former professor of philosophy at Delhi University, India. Sumankana ji obtained her PhD in Gandhian philosophy and pursued 3 postdoctoral research projects in India, Sweden, and Canada. She founded and has been successfully running a Gandhian NGO, Shanti Sahyog, for 20 plus years, which provides quality education, healthcare, occasional training, and legal aid to the underprivileged, covering several slums in Delhi. In 2018, she established the Shanti Sahyog Center for Non-Violence and promotes Mahatma Gandhi's legacy of non-violent conflict resolution. And yes, she has authored 3 books, Gandhi and the Good Life. The second one was Gandhian Vision, and today marks the launch of her 3rd book, The Science of Peace. She has received dozens of awards for her community service and advocacy for non-violence. Sumanji has been associated with Buddha CEO for the past 6 months and has gained numerous benefits. She aims to spread the meditation practice actively and volunteers with Buddha CEO. Very hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Over to you.
Hi, Suman. Great to see you here.
Yeah, great to be here. And I would like to start by, doing namaste to everyone. And I hope you all know that namaste means actually that I salute the divine in you. I say that because Satyagraha, which Gandhi founded, was eliciting the divine in people. And before I come to my book, I really want to, my heartfelt gratitude, everlasting gratitude to Chandra sir, because through him, I have really been able to reach a state of thoughtlessness and a lot of other benefits. And I must just tell you about my spiritual journey. I've always been spiritually oriented since my teenage days. And I did the Silva method of mind control long, long ago. Then I did Art of Living meditation, lived in Bangalore, did the course of silence and also advanced courses with my husband. Then I did the, Isha Foundation. I lived there. Went to Coimbatore and did their courses. I've also done Vipassana at Hyderabad. So the long and short of it is that, I was seeking, but I must, and I'm not a guru person, as I've told Chandra sir before, but if, guru means somebody who dispels the darkness. So for me, at least, Chandra sir is my guru, and he has dispelled the darkness in the sense he brought light into my life. And after doing, maybe the soil was ready, I can't say, but it is only through him that I could reach, as I just said, a state of thoughtlessness, or reach the quantum field, as we call it. And, the energy field that so beautifully he puts it and so beautifully explains everything. And I admire his patience, his knowledge, his way of presenting everything. There's so much to learn. He's really a guru. So for me, and not only that, I think I also want to here appreciate and bow down to Vani ma'am, because she's also such a compassionate and kind human being. Of course, we have that saying that behind every great man, there's a great, woman supporting him. And this is very, very true. I think the whole Buddha CEO team and everybody who has come into contact with Vani ma'am will vouchsafe what I'm saying. Her compassion, her kindness, it really seeps through everything. I've had first-hand experience of it. And I think both the couple, they are so, really I bow down to them. Everlasting gratitude for helping me find myself. Of course, as a professor of philosophy and teaching Indian philosophy also, amongst other things, I was always aware of who am I. I mean, not aware of, right? But the concept of who am I, and it's in my book also, the 5 kosha that Sir takes us through, the Annamay Kosh, the Pranamay, Manamay, Vijnanamay, Anandamay. But I never really realized it. Through his meditation, I can now realize these 5 distinct entities in myself and how to work on the Anandamay Kosh. So I think it's just sort of come together with me, and so many benefits I have got, which I've already, main thing is, my biggest benefit is that the chattering in my mind has stopped. I did not realize that the mind was my master, or still is, just struggling to master the mind. It's such a big thing to, take yourself away from the mind. And it's really Chandra sir who's able to do this for us, at least for me. So the chattering in my mind, I must say I'm still on the path. I've just done this is my 3rd 40-day course, which I'm doing. And every time I learn new insights from Chandra sir. But this main thing is this, to be able to control your mind. And of course, Patriji also, I mean, I could never understand what he meant by that. There are two sort of legs for meditation and mindfulness. So, I mean, I was like a baby when I started the 40-day meditation first time. And to cultivate mindfulness, I'm just talking, maybe it will help some other people, my experience. I really started, like I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm driving my car. Okay, this guy is trying to overtake me. I'm not going to lose my temper. Maybe he's in a hurry, like I always am, So I kept on trying to become mindful in such the whole time. And that helped me at least a lot, the mindfulness. And today I can say the chattering has been reduced for at least 70 to 75%. And then, of course, you all know the benefits which come when your mind, when you master your mind. So then you, as Sir says, every, all his talks, I mean, like now last when he talked about purpose. So there also so many things get resolved when he talks. So I found my purpose in life. I was a little bit hesitant on, what I want to do is very idealistic, which I'll just share with you in a minute. So now, but I realized, no, it is what I want to do. It's my passion. I want to do it. So I must say, because of Chandra sir, I can go forward in the sunset years of my life and do what I really want to do. So I'm once again, a lot of gratitude to you, Chandra sir, a lot of gratitude. You're really a master, and we are really so thankful, so grateful that you are in our lives and your constant guidance. I can never thank you enough. Having said that, let me just come to my book, a few words about that. It's called The Science of Peace. I think I think Chandra sir also has it. It's the Science of Peace, and I put it on the chat also. I asked my husband to put it. So the Science of Peace, the title of the book, why? He wrote a book, The Art of War. So this is a pun upon that, the art of war. So now it is the Science of Peace. And in fact, my daughter came up with the title because I was really struggling to put science in the title of my book. And why science, you may ask? So very briefly, Gandhi says that non-violence is not an emotion, not a feeling, not a mood, not a sentiment, but a science. He keeps emphasizing that. If you study Gandhi, you read Gandhi, that the science of non-violence, the science of satyagraha. So what does it mean by science? So science, of course, has 3 characteristics. Number 1, it is a distinct body of knowledge with its own laws and principles. And non-violence is like that also. And I must say, abroad, people in, they have departments of peace that only when, non-violence can never fail. What fails is an imperfect practice of it. So that is why the title of the book. And then my daughter again, I write very academic. So she told me that please don't write like a professor, write like Chetan Bhagat. Your book should be very accessible and readable by our generation. So if you will, I hope, I think I have succeeded to some extent, because my daughter says I have. She's my greatest critic. So, so it's, of course, that is the proof of the pudding lies in the eating of it. So only when you read, you can know. I've tried to sort of explain in a very simple way Gandhian concepts. That's the whole idea of the book. What is truth? What is non-violence? What is power? What is satyagraha? Power, all these things which Gandhi talks about. What is conflict? So that is the whole idea of the book. And then there's also one more idea, and that is how to apply non-violence today, even politically. And a lot of research has gone into this. I've been doing workshops and, on conflict resolution, unfortunately, mostly abroad, right since 1987, when I did my postdoctoral research work in Sweden. So, I always told my workshop participants, I mean, there's a whole theory about it, how to apply non-violence. And I told them that the problem is the war system. As you know, there is war all over, and it's right in our living rooms, the pain, the suffering, etc. I also have a theory about how Gandhi could have been applied in Gaza. But anyway, that's, if there's time, I can tell you. So, so my workshop participants went home, but I couldn't. And so ultimately, what is the first cause of war? And that is the political legitimization of non-violent conflict resolution. This means that the adults living in democracies, you and I, all of us who are adults above 18, we are not even conscious of it. That's the irony of it, that we have politically legitimized violence as a means of conflict resolution. And we are very passionate about this. The world is spending only $3.5 million plus every minute teaching how to use violence to resolve conflict. That is the global military expenditure. We are not even spending $1 a minute teaching how to use non-violence to resolve conflict. So how can non-violence succeed? Until we learn it and apply it. So that also, so the book ends with this, an appeal to everyone to please work for the political legitimization of non-violent conflict resolution. We have a whole international campaign. It has 3 demands for governments all over the world. The first of them is that without abandoning the present military defense, we keep it, because people are so scared. By the way, I think Chandra sir will be happy to know this also, that a survey was carried out in Sweden, whether to go in for non-violent defense or military defense. And the survey revealed a lot about people generally, people who are very strong in their own lives, confident and secure. They said, yes, non-violent defense. And people who were not opted for military defense. So actually, it's a security of our inner fears. As Chandra sir says, everything is holistic, everything is connected to everything else. So the whole point is to go within and find out. So that's number one, that without abandoning the present military defense, a parallel non-violent defense be instituted in every country of the world. And what does this mean? We have a military ministry, we have a defense ministry in every country. It is actually a military ministry. We keep that, but alongside that, not part of it, alongside that, every country starts a non-violence ministry. And at the grassroots level, like we have military training colleges, we have everywhere. In India, we have NDA, we have IMA, West Point in the States, every country has. So we also, every country starts a non-violence training academy. Now you may wonder what will be taught there. I'm only a Gandhian expert, but there are non-violent defense experts all over the world who have been working with non-violent defense for the past quarter of a century. Most of them are friends of mine, and I've lectured in the institutes at Harvard, in Australia, Robert Burrows, Gene Sharp, lots of people. Scandinavia is full of peace researchers. So we have a blueprint of non-violent defense. All we need is the political will to put it into practice. So that's number one. Number two is the legal democratic option to be trained in non-violent defense. Because when you go to join the army, people are not wanting to learn how to kill. They want bread and butter on their table. They want a job. They want to feed their families. So there should be an option. If you believe in killing and that violence is the way, you join military defense. You have to learn how to kill. You have to learn how to use a gun. You have to learn how to use a machine gun. You don't, it's not natural, it's not innate. You're not born from your womb knowing how to use a gun. In the same way, you have to learn non-violence. So then the people can join non-violent defense. And the third is the legal democratic option to be trained in non-violent defense, for taxpayers to divert their defense tax from military defense to non-violent defense. So Shanti Syok Center for Non-Violence is lobbying for this, that on our income tax returns, there should be 2 columns. One is military defense, one is non-violent defense. Let's say, and there should be an option to tick mark. Because where does this $3.5 million per minute come from? It's the taxpayers' money, yours and my money. We all pay tax, defense tax. So we should have an option that, okay, we want a defense. Who doesn't want a defense? Of course, we want a defense. We don't want a military defense. We want a non-violent defense. So we could sign up, and then just imagine if half the taxpayers all over the world signed up, what would happen? This half of that $3.5 million would be diverted. As all of us know who are running non-profits, that you need funds for everything, So there you would have the money would come in to start your non-violence academy, staff, non-violence R&D. There's such a lot of things. So there would be the money, the funding. And by the way, this is the legitimacy of these 3 demands is from number 1, the Article 18 of the United Nations Convention of Human Rights, which says every individual has the right to freedom of conscience. So if my conscience doesn't allow me, why should I give my money to train how to kill? So that's number 1. Number 2, the preamble of the United Nations Charter, which we have founded. It says, and you must have read in your school books in social studies, that we, the people of the UN, determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war. So we don't want war. Why kill? Of course, I can have a lot of other arguments on this also, but why kill? I mean, in a way, I'm optimistic like Gandhi. Gandhiji also had he had faith in the human race that we are evolving, and we have evolved. For example, equality. There is, there is now the concept that there is equality with your servants, with everyone. It's a beautiful thing. Also, gender equality now. No person can get up in public and a man can get up and tell a woman, I'm superior to you because I'm a man. The time has gone. I'm not talking about private life. I'm not talking about the glass ceiling, etc. But the consciousness. In the same way, the consciousness has to come. Why kill? Why should we kill? And who are we killing? We are being used as cannon fodder. My husband, my brother, my son dies. And all over the world. And a Pakistani woman who loses her husband, son, and daughter. Daughters are also now joining the army. The pain is the same. So I think so that's why I think we have to really rethink this concept of. And then, of course, in the book, you have the whole strategy worked out because Gandhiji was believed in mass mobilization. And there were 2 things in Satyagraha. Number 1 is symbols and number 2 is people. So I'm really grateful to Chandra sir that he's given me an opportunity to talk about my book because I feel so strongly that we should not kill and there should not be war. So that is the sole aim of the book. How to move beyond war, how to politically legitimize non-violent conflict resolution in democracies. We have the right, we have to demand it. And so I request all of you, please do read the book because it explains all
the book. Let's raise the book. And okay. So this is the book, The Science of Peace.
And
let's see. The Science of Peace. Very well written. Let me ask Rajiv ji, who is, I guess what? Always supported Suman ji and
my better half.
Yes, Rajiv ji. Something about the book. And of course, Sumanji.
Yeah, so it's really a very interesting life both of us have. And she's, doing such a lot of work and doing a lot of work with the poor and the destitute in the slums, and also promoting this activity of nonviolence. She's very passionate, very, very passionate about it. So that's something to be admired about her. she sleeps Shanti Sayog, she talks Shanti Sayog, she eats Shanti Sayog, and the non-violence. So that's really very inspiring, something to be learned from her. Completely dedicated. And the book, of course, is very easy to read, and it's like she mentioned, Chetan Bhagat. So it's an easy book to read and understand the basic concepts, which earlier people had found very difficult to understand. So she has done a very wonderful job to make it easy for every one of us to understand the not so intricate, and made it so simple to understand non-violence. So I encourage everyone to read it. So, and I also put the link in the chat for purchasing the book and the cover sheets. So I'm sure that you will all love to read it and enjoy reading it. Thank you.
Awesome. So this book seems is dedicated to Rajiv. It says that.
Yeah, you can read the dedication.
Read the dedication. For my life partner, my soulmate, my anchor and unfailing support.
It's very kind of her.
That's very true, actually, because I must say that I am really idealistic and sort of, he's so practical, down to earth, and I think he really compliments me in every way. I don't know how to pay water bills. I don't know how to, so many things which he does everything about practical about the house, and really whatever, Tata Sky subscription, everything he handles. I mean, I'm really so grateful that I have a life partner like him, because and we complement each other, and it's we have our he's so busy. I'm happy I'm married to a workaholic. He's an architect in his own right, and well, he builds universities. I teach in them, and I think Chandra sir, Chandra sir, thank you so much for your message. Your message is like a blessing for my book. And when I got your message, I had thought that Chandra sir will release my book, no matter how. So I'm so grateful that you took this opportunity and I could reach, all the meditators around the world. So please, it's simply, and by the way, Rajiv ji is also, I think Chandra sir will tell you more. We had this international conference, and we also, the dream is, I'm so happy that there is so much idealism. I think I match that in Chandra sir, that there should be an institute of excellence, a pyramid of excellence and of meditation, of peace pyramid, which we are looking for the land. And I think the ideal person, you couldn't have got a better person. I'm not saying that because he's my husband, but he's a very good architect, and he's so much enthusiastic. It's a passion for him to make that institute of excellence. And I'm so grateful in a way, Chandra sir, you're realizing my dream. I had always thought I want to start a Gandhian institute called Satyagraha Ashram. And I'm so happy that in your institute, you're going to have a place there, a center for world visionaries, and you have put Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa there. So, well, till I live, I hope I can come and contribute for that part. So I'm realizing my dream through you, my Guru. So how can I not be grateful? So I think it is just so beautiful that you are in our lives. And I think our lives have improved. I don't know how to say the quality. And now no longer there's fearlessness, there's clarity of purpose, of service. I didn't even realize I was doing service. I mean, but now I really appreciate that God gave me this opportunity to do service. I mean, I never realized that actually I was blessed by God or by the universe, you can say. And I must say one thing here, because everything has fallen into place for me, because since a long time, ever since I read the Gita, there was one stanza which stood out and which I always repeat. And that is Lord Arjuna tells Krishna tells Lord Arjuna that as for those who worship me, thinking on me alone and nothing else, ever attached to me, I bear the burden of getting them what they need. So I really experimented with this, and I must say that my spiritual journey began there. And, I experimented and challenged Lord Krishna that if you bear the burden of getting me what I need this gas cylinder, and it came, a pin, and it came, small things. I really experimented, and it helped me grow in my spiritual life. And then now I think Sir has really added to that. The more you surrender to the quantum field, you may want to call it. I mean, they really, and there is this Simone de Beauvoir, she says also, the French existentialist, she says that humility means in knowing that in what I call I, there is no energy by which I can rise. So the more and Gandhi's aim in life is to reduce himself to a zero. That was his aim in life. So, I mean, I think that part, Chandra sir, you made us feel so beautifully that the greater the surrender. And because of you, Chandra sir, I've been able to manifest a lot. I have gained a lot of material things. There's no time now to tell you, but another time, maybe I could do a smart class or something someday and tell you that how, because of Chandra sir's technique of manifestation, a lot of things have been manifested for me materially.
You please come back and do a master class.
Yeah, I think because I mean, you're such a great guru.
You have so much to share. So we'll have you on a master class, madam.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
let me have here Jagdish sir to say a few words, because this book I read first time, but then I'm reading it again. So it gives me a lot of thought, truly. This whole concept of peace defense, I think, is a beautiful idea. Beautiful idea. And every meditator here will be a force in the defense, peace defense. A meditator fundamentally gets to understand how to understand the other person's challenges, and so empathetic, and so then we can acknowledge their feelings, and then we can make them to be part of one force, one thing. So this whole concept of peace defense has to, I'm sure it's going to take shape, but many ideas come to me that a meditation, which is building the core qualities, like what we even heard from Vidya and others, must translate towards practical application of these aspects that you're trying to put in your book. And so I'm sure we're going to do some work together on these to make some concrete steps towards it. How nice it will be a group of us that actually are traveling to Russia and then Croatia and then see that some of these get resolved. And then maybe some, but then the conviction with which we go and then approach it, because we fundamentally from internal, we feel that our thoughts create reality. So anything and anyone can be absolutely influenced and changed. Not necessarily with the material gain to them or benefit to them. Instead, it is fundamentally there that we raise our consciousness to the highest level, then it's going to happen. The change will happen from the other person. We just have to persevere it. And so we have the patience. So many things can be done, Sumanji. So let me invite Jagdish to conclude this session as a professor of many things here, now professor of meditation. So Sir has to write books around it.
Just before that, you know what you said, you have encouraged me, because I always wanted to start S4. That is Shanti Sahayog, Shanti Sena. And the dream was to take the Shanti Sena also to Gaza and everywhere else. So it's so strange, that you say the same thing. And because of you, I'm emboldened to go on. Otherwise, everybody in my Center for Nonviolence was thinking I'm too idealistic. So thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you.
Yes, Jagdish sir.
Greetings, Sumanji and Rajivji. I had the great opportunity of meeting both of you, and had the opportunity of spending quite a bit of time with Sumanji, and it was quite, I shall say, revealing to myself. I did, I think, speak to you about how even I used to feel hurt when people say, during the war, particularly Pakistan, India, we used to be very happy that, the enemies were killed and things like that. I did mention, like you did, they also have a mother to be taken care of, a young bride to left home, a child to live in. How can we feel happy that somebody gets killed? And I think that's where your whole idea comes up, about peace. I first came into Gandhiji when I was a very young boy, and I was asked to act in a play as young Gandhi. And immediately after that, I was inspired to read the whole book, The Experiments of Truth. And then there I come across a person like you, who's so dedicated and who wrote the book also. Unfortunately, after I got the book, I've been traveling. I'm even not in Bangalore. I haven't been able to read the book fully, but I just skimmed through, and you rightly said, it's the kind of book that everybody can read. A school child can read this, very easily. Even the fonts are easy, quick. I'm sure once I get back to Bangalore, I should be able to read it in one sitting. And thank you very much. It's a wonderful thing. And I totally, entirely support you on the idea of having this peace army kind of a thing. And I think John Kennedy first talked about the Peace Corps he started, where people, volunteers would go and talk about peace. But there's a lot of controversy also about it. But having a genuine peace army, so to say, or the what do we call it, defense peace in every country, is environment is very, very essential. And it's great. Thank you for that. And I'm sure with Buddha's your support, it will happen as we think, so it shall happen. And as we do it, we'll all support. Thank you very much. Congratulations. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jagdish. Very well, well said. What we've taken for granted, we must start questioning. That's what we said, limiting belief. A limiting belief of war is a way to do is a limiting belief. We're conditioned, as she's talking about in the book. We're conditioned to think that difference should exist. That's the only way to resolve conflict. Now we start thinking that every system that is there, every conditioning that we had, must think about it and say, how does it serve me anymore? And if it doesn't, then what is the new way that's going to serve me? I'm sure we will think and we'll talk about this more and more, dear friends. That's our purpose. But that's the Quantum Foundation purpose, is to, at some level, bring spiritual governance into the organizations. Spiritual governance must come. And then many of these are part of, many of the discussions we had today are part of a spiritual governance. So thank you, Sumanji, for giving us, all of us, some things to think about, contemplate on. All right. And where we place our attention, there we place our energy, and the manifestation must happen. So maybe you are one, maybe you're a few students, but then now many more are thinking about your thoughts, and they're not ideal. The ideal question does not come for any meditator. We must have our self-confidence that I'm doing it. When Patriji could come to, you used to say, every person in the world will become a meditator. It's not ideal, but he so strongly believed and rallied behind. And so because of that thought, today we have millions of people are practicing this Ana-Pana-Sati. Millions. It's okay, world is not there fully yet, but millions have become. If we didn't think, we didn't have that conviction, they wouldn't have gone beyond him and his friend circle. Only because he dreamed. That's what you're doing. You're dreaming about something major. And the more we have our internal deep faith in it, it's going to happen, Sumanji. That needs to come from you. It's going to come from you strongly. Thank you all, dear friends. So we'll see you tomorrow again. This program, 3 more days left. We'll continue to have these discussions. Thank you. Thank you, Rajivji, for everything we're doing. I didn't want to talk about a meditation excellence project just like that. It needs time. And we're going to talk through this appropriately. Maybe this program is too tight, but we're going to probably do this in the next program. But we're never in a hurry. We're never in a hurry. We put our thought out, energy out. So we're going to talk about this actively and energize it more and more in appropriate time. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jagdish.
Thank you, Jagdish ji.
Thank you so much, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Thank you, Sumanji, Rajuji. Thank you so much.